Assalamu alaikum. Continuing our interviews and now with Mr. Ras Mubarak, Parliament member from Ghana. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much, Ayat.
And Mrs. Laadi Ayamba, also member of Parliament in Ghana. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you about after like what happened by Trump decision, like how was the street reaction in Ghana, like how they react to this decision?
Well, for Ghana particularly, I organized a demonstration in Accra.
Oh wow!
You know, so I led a demonstration against that decision. And I remember attempting to make a statement on it in Parliament as well, which was not successful. But clearly, it's a decision that ought to be condemned because it doesn't show a sense of fairness to the Palestinian people who are already undergoing or subjugated, who are going through apartheid. And I think it also exposes the hypocrisy of the world in their claim to a two-state solution. Ghana, for many years, has been in support of a two-state solution as far as the Palestinian issue is concerned. And I think there's a lot that we can do to support our brothers and sisters from Palestine. From our side, we are looking at the issues as a humanitarian issue, and it's an issue of injustice, it's an issue of apartheid against Palestinians, and clearly Israel cannot be described as a democracy. Israel has broken every international law or rule. Israel continues to steal Palestinian land, and all citizens of the world, black or white, Muslim or Christian or Jew or Hindu, irrespective of your class, color or creed, should look at it as a rights issue. And the same way we treated apartheid in South Africa, that should be the attitude towards helping or assisting Palestinians. That is to isolate Israel, that is to boycott Israel, and that is to call for sanctions against Israel.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Laadi, so as a woman in Parliament of Ghana, so how do you support the Palestinian case? How do you support the Palestinian woman?
Thank you very much. Just as has been mentioned by my colleague Ras Mubarak, I am the ranking member for Gender, Children and Social Protection. And so most of my activities are towards the freedom and justice and then the success of women and children. Because women and children are the most vulnerable in society. And if you observe most atrocities in basically every country, when there is any war, when there are any atrocities that are being undertaken, women and children are those who suffer. The Palestinian case is one of such cases. If you observe, you find that the children are suffering, the women are suffering, women are being maltreated, not only by killings or beatings, I think that even rape. So in Ghana,
there is a voice in your parliament of Palestinian women?
No, there is no voice of any Palestinian woman, because once we have a colleague, and that is Ras Mubarak, who is towards organizing and seeing to our discussions and inputs, everything we tailor it towards the same thing, because the fact is we do not want it to look like it's a religious type of thing. We want to make it look like a human rights abuse, which is a fact. It's a human rights abuse. That is where they have taken the perspective, and so we must also handle it and follow it as such. And when we take it in that direction, you tend to find that whether a Muslim, a Christian, a pagan, whatever religion that person belongs to, the person will see it that no, this is not right. You cannot do this to these people. So in Ghana, we see it more as a human rights abuse, and we take it as such. And so the women are taking it that no, this is not fair. The treatment is very bad, and the children and women are suffering. And so for us in Parliament, women in Parliament, we see it as an abuse, we see it as not being fair, we see it as injustice, and so on and so forth. And in Ghana we have laws against this thing, maltreatment of women. That is
Yeah.
violence against women and children. And so we take it in that perspective. And we think that Palestine is not an exception. They should have their freedom. Justice must be justified. They have to be given that opportunity to live and feel as women and children.
Yeah. Mr. Mubarak, okay, do you want to say something about it?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you can.
now we have a voice in parliament who would champion the women and children angle of things, because obviously Ajia Laadi Ayamba, my colleague, she's been here, she's heard the discussions, she's following it, and whenever there is an opportunity in parliament, you can be assured that, she would speak forcefully in support of the Palestinian women and children who are at the brunt of what is happening.
So my question is gonna be about this. By your participation today here, and you, Mrs. Laadi, and you, Mr. Mubarak. So, do you think this event and who are supporting the Palestinian case make any changes in the government, make any pressure, to make the government to move or to take decision to be in the opposition of what Trump decide about Al-Quds?
The position of Ghana from 1957, when we attained our independence, was to be on the side of the Palestinian people. And we are on the side of the Palestinian people because as Africans, we've been through slavery, we've been through colonization, we've been through neo-colonization. Now we are going through cultural imperialism. We know what it means to live under apartheid. And indeed, I had an opportunity to have just a tiny feel of what Palestinians go through when I was invited by His Excellency Mahmoud Abbas to visit Palestine. Unfortunately, at the Ayamba border in Jordan, the Israelis refused to allow me and some other colleagues, including other Palestinians, from returning to their homes. So it gives me an indication of the kinds of situation that they are going through. And it also strengthens my case that, look, our brothers and sisters who are also human beings, who should be given rights, who should be respected, are not being respected. And there's a need for us to do something. For us in Ghana, we have voted at the UN consistently in support of our Palestinian cause, except for a few occasions when we have abstained. But even in the cases of abstention from voting on the side of the Palestinians, I have had cause to raise it on the floor of Parliament. And I think we need to be activists, because an injustice against any one of us in any part of the world is an injustice against humanity. And silence, whether you're a politician, a media practitioner, an Arab, a Maghrebi, whatever you are, it's not an option.
Yeah.
Silence is not an option. That is why we would encourage conferences like this, but call for improvements on how it is done, so that there is a concerted effort, so that there is a global effort towards pushing for the rights of Palestinians. Because clearly there's failure. There's failure on the part of global leadership, and we have seen the dissipation of international law and morality.
Yeah.
And we have to look at things differently. And that is why I feel MPs, members of parliament, who are the mouthpieces, who are the representatives of the people, can now champion such issues. And it's not just Palestine. It has to do with Rohingya, it has to do with Palestine and, DRC. Anywhere we have injustices, be it against Muslims or non-Muslims. If the tables had turned and it is Israelis who have been persecuted, in like manner, I would have forcefully, condemned it. And I don't think that in the world that we live in the 21st century, today, anybody should be subjected to the kinds of things Israel is subjecting Palestinians to. It's a complete disgrace, and Israel must be held to account for the violation of the rights of Palestinians and for the atrocities, for the genocide, for the murder, for the theft of Palestinian land.
Thank you so much and nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.